there, besties. Let's take a look at this excerpt from the documentary about welfare. It's from 1967. It's a special report about welfare revolt.
And it begins again. Brenda is 19, unmarried, and she has just had a baby. She's learning to care for him on her own. She's trying to get a job to support him, and she lives with her aunt, who has 5 children of her own. Money was the reason she decided not to marry Kenneth, the father of her child.
So before they even get started on that part, let's take a step back. She's 19. This is 1967. She's 19. She just had a kid. She don't have a job herself. She ain't got a place to live. So since 1967 to 2023, y'all know I ain't good with the math. I think that's 55 years or so. Nothing has changed. I know it's white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, but nothing has changed. So she moves in with the aunt. Don't know why she's not living with her mama. And the aunt has 5 kids already. And they look pretty young. So auntie got 5, she got 1, well on her way to whatever is next. And I'm sure, plenty of people will say it's white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. But I'm thinking, this is 1967, so maybe you can use that excuse then. But in 2023, with all the access to information that we have, no. So no one's learning any lessons. No one's trying to change. No one wants to do anything differently. Just do the same thing over and over again. And of course, well, let me let this play.
I mean, I would have married him, while I was carrying the baby, but he had no job and couldn't support.
She's learning to care for him on her own. She's trying to get a job to support him, and she lives with her aunt, who has 5 children of her own. Money was the reason she decided not to marry Kenneth, the father of her child.
I mean, I would have married him, while I was carrying the baby, but he had no job and couldn't support us since getting married.
He didn't have no money. He couldn't support us. So what was the sense in getting married? So why does no one say, then what was the sense in having sex and getting pregnant? If he had no money before you effed him, then why go F him? If you didn't think far enough, I know she's too young. I got it. I know. I got it. But how silly does it sound to say that he don't have no money? What's the point in marrying him? You had a kid with him when he didn't have any money. Sounds like the man is willing to marry you. And now all of a sudden we got this righteous indignation talking about what is the sense of me marrying him if he ain't got no money? Because you effed him with no money and produced this daggone kid. So again, nothing has changed basically from 1967 to 2023. No common sense has been retrieved. It's still the blame the man, blame the man, blame the man. Man and ma'am, you just effed him for free. You effed him with no money. Let me guess. He had pretty hair. He had bow legs. And now you want to talk sugar honey iced tea. I just want to make sure that I point out the fact that when women say these things, this is what makes you look dumb. Because you're trying to talk nasty and negative about a person that you allowed to run up in you. Let's be truthful here. Let's not act like we don't know what a TI is. Good enough to F, raw, but not good enough to raise a daggone family, specifically the daggone kid. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
And she has just had a baby. She's learning to care for him on her own. She's trying to get a job to support him, and she lives with her aunt, who has 5 children of her own. Money was the reason she decided not to marry Kenneth, the father of her child.
I mean, I would have married him, for while I was carrying the baby, but he had no job and couldn't support us, and his sister getting married. When his sister getting married, so I said, wait. I plan on marrying him next year, no sooner than next year. Have to give him time to work first. I mean, what's the sense of marrying somebody if he can't support you? That's his job to support you and the baby. Not my job to support him and the baby.
So somebody help me understand how she's supposed to be supporting him and the baby when she ain't got a job her damn self. Help me understand where all this I'm better than him when she ain't got a job. She don't even work. She has no money herself. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the crazy foolishness that runs in women's mouths and minds today. Always want to look outside of them and don't want to look at themselves. She is sitting here talking down and negatively about a man that she laid down with, opened herself up to, allowed to run up in her. Now he ain't sugar honey iced tea and he's supposed to take care of me. Ma'am, these were things that you should have been saying before you allowed him to run up in you, before you had this baby. Now, who believes that she gonna marry him a year from now? That man gonna be moved on, gone on, and probably gotten somebody else pregnant. He will have moved on and gone on, and then she gonna get mad and say all men, all ninjas, they all ain't no good, blah, 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 and refuse to see what she just said and where it is that she's failing herself. And I'm using the right word, failing herself, but always keen to know where some man is failing. And then they wonder why they can't get married, don't get married, have low marriage rates when you're perfect, allegedly. Women, black women in particular, think they are perfect and they do nothing wrong. Who wants to live with that? Who wants to deal with that? This woman was pregnant. She ain't got a place to live. She got moving with the aunt that already got 5 kids. She ain't gonna marry the dude when it seems like he said that he would marry her. She gonna talk about maybe in a year when he get himself together, when she ain't got herself together. She ain't got no job. This is absolute madness. This is absolute crazy madness right here. And at 54, 55 years later, the story is the same. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. And everything has gotten 10 times worse when at this point in life where technology and so many things are so much better, the community is just as bad and worse than it used to be. And women ain't trying to change, ain't trying to listen, ain't trying to do nothing differently, and swear they got it going on, know every daggone thing. And if they think like this woman right here, this proves how delusional women are. And any decent man wouldn't want to deal with it because this sounds half damn crazy. But you can't tell them nothing. You're not going to tell me. Even though she's the bum at the end, right along with him. I'm not even going to say over him. She a bum right along with him. So we got 2 bums in charge of a new life. For now, 1 life. You cannot make it up. Be mad, be glad, I do not care. The truth is the truth. She tearing herself down. Don't say I'm tearing her down. She just said these words, looking half damn crazy. And again, reporters ain't gonna push back on it at all. And this is why I can't be a reporter, because I would say, well, now wait a damn minute. And then I'd be fired. So what's the point?
I plan on marrying him next year. No sooner than next year. Have to give him time to work first. I mean, what's the sense of marrying somebody if he can't support you? That's his job to support you and the baby. Not my job to support him and the baby. So after he start working, work more than he been working. They're not married.
Working more than he been working. So then that means he has a job. Let him keep talking and you'll find out more. So he's working already. And basically, in my opinion, she's saying it's not good enough for her. Any of that sound familiar? So this craziness is just passed down generation after generation after generation. So women who are saying this probably have mamas who were acting just like this, grandmamas, great grannies, whatever, who were in this daggone situation and going ahead already talking about he ain't good enough. He's working, ma'am, and you don't have a job, but you're calling him the bum when actually, I take back what I said before. She's the bum. She's the bum. She the one that ain't working. She ain't got no job. Now, I know she just had a baby, but come on now. She ain't had no job before then, or else she could go back to said job. She looking for a job. No job, but you know how to F. No job, but you know how to F. Interesting how that works.
And I think he's able to take care of two.
When she thinks he's able. So it's still whatever they say, whatever she says. You not gonna tell me, I'ma tell you. That's what I hear right now. That is absolutely what I hear, child. You cannot make it up. Half damn crazy. So, love to know what happened later on in life, child, but whew, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea. Good luck to this baby, though. That's it. That's all. If you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Please consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next one.